That is the swanky neighborhood in Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive even in that intersection. As you see that large, big body Mercedes Benz with flashing lights on, but tons of water spraying everywhere. The fire department has to come out and fix this fire hydrant problem because allegedly, apparently, Pete Davidson, former SNL actor, crashed first into the hydrant and then into the side of someone's house. Here's the damage from that house that he took a bit out of. I'm actually surprised it only got that much. They apparently said he was speeding, but there's probably some other kind of structural things potentially wrong here. This could probably become a big problem. Again, this is in Beverly Hills, bro. So also the spot where you hit the fire hydrant where all that water was coming from is now just a couple of cones. Hopefully no one injures themselves on that as well. But there was some other aspects of this that has people talking because apparently he was with his girlfriend, Chase Sweet Wonders, who maybe I'm out of the loop. I had no idea who she was, but she was also in the car as well. And this is the damage that his Mercedes took. Damn. I want to look up how much that car is because it's one of those ones that's got to be around 80 to 90K. Who knows what else he put on it? But still, the amazing part about this whole Burbank is how first there they are, off in Hawaii, being photographed by probably some paparazzi. And this is the same day that they then in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills area, showed back up in time to jump curbs, hit fire hydrants, and run into walls of other people's houses. So apparently there was a rush to get back to make sure this all happened. But the one thing I wonder is he's standing there talking to them. Were there any, they said there was no drug or alcohol involved. Was there any arrests made? Were there any detaining happening? Was someone trying to figure out what is he was doing and why? They did mention he was speeding. Is there a ticket for that? Is there something else that's gonna go on besides, hey bro, so you see that fire hydrant? I took that out and then I took out a piece of this house. I'm gonna go home and relax, I guess.
He should have pulled a Donald Trump. Donald Trump in his speech at CPAC was like, I didn't know you could get lynched for being a great leader. Pete should have been like, I didn't know you could get in trouble for driving a nice car and being with beautiful women and being super cool. But yeah, he was obviously driving recklessly. Like this doesn't happen just because you're going a little bit fast.
I thought you were gonna. Yeah, no. I'm curious if he saw some of the. Sorry to interrupt you. Some of the insinuations that were happening here. They said he was in. Not they here, but I've read some of the things. He was in the car with his girlfriend. Drugs and alcohol were not involved. We don't know what was happening though. You know what? Pete Davidson has been reduced now to because of all the women he's dating, and people are like, oh, Pete Davidson is undefeated. No matter what he's doing, it turns into something sexual is happening with some woman in his car, in this room, and there and in that. And now there's just another one. Is that why they let him go? I'm still trying to figure out what it is that they figured out about why he did this. I'd like to know. I'm sure the person who owns that house with a hole in it would like to know.
They're like, yeah, man, you know what? You're the man. Like, you're good. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. It's fine. But yeah, it's true. Pete is kind of reduced to that. But how many women throughout history were,
That's true.
How many women throughout history were sex symbols, and now we have this one guy who is. But I mean, I would be surprised, not really, if they were to keep dating, He's the type of guy that can just smash the heck out of his Mercedes Benz, and they'll be like, you know what, Pete, it's okay. You're just so charming. Don't worry about it.
Last question, since people like to ask this and wonder, and I saw this floating around because of the first thing people think of Pete Davidson now. What is the appeal, if you agree that it's such an appeal for Pete Davidson? Because we saw that picture and I saw you laugh at him. So I'm curious as to what it is about him.
Oh yeah, what is it about Pete Davidson? I would say it's the energy, the vibe, the like, I don't care. I'm just gonna say whatever I want to say. He doesn't try to appeal to like toxic masculinity whatsoever. And he's just like super comfortable in who he is as a person, and like is a nice, funny guy. I don't think it's like a big mystery as to why women want to be around him.
Well, because men think first and foremost, you have to be a 10. And since I guess many people assume that he's not upon first glance, then that's the problem. Maybe we have to get out of our own heads. And also, I saw you point out number one is toxic masculinity. If you want to reject it, then you will probably most likely be rejected as well.